First I say, my uncle was drowned in his victory garden. And then Mary says...
How could your uncle drown in his victory garden?
Then I say, there was a leak in it. Get it? Leak. L-E-E-K. You know, like an onion. Oh, am I going to have a program this season? Jokes in it, too. Wonder who that can be. Leak in it. Boy, am I hot tonight.
Is Mr. Jack Benny in?
I'm Jack Benny.
You are Jack Benny?
Yes, yeah, you seem surprised.
Well, hearing you on the radio with those jokes, I thought you were an old man. Why, you're just a boy.
Well, I'm really much older than I look. As a matter of fact, I'll be able to vote next year.
Really? Allow me.
For me?
From your fans. I'm president of the Jack Benny Fan Club at Nutley, New Jersey.
Well, come right in.
Have you a chair or something?
Just put your hat in the closet there.
Oh, thank you.
Your hat, please. Your check, sir.
Thank you.
25 cents, please.
Oh.
Thank you. No loitering. Close the door, please.
Who else could think of that but Benny?
Won't you sit down, Mr.
Floogle, thank you.
So you brought those all the way from Nutley, eh?
Oh, it was nothing, Mr. Benny. When I think of all of the pleasure you've given me, you know, I've never missed your program. Tell me, how do you ever make up those funny things you say on the radio?
Well, it's really very simple. I laugh first, and then I think back until I come to a joke. There's really nothing to it.
No, there's nothing to it. I can see that.
Of course, sometimes I can't think of a joke.
I've noticed that.
But then as long as I've laughed, why, nobody can say that I haven't got laughs on my program. Oh, would you care for a smoke, Mr.
Don't
Floogle?
mind if I do.
Help yourself, right over there.
Oh, thank you. That guy wouldn't give you the parsley off his fish. All the tightwad.
Uh-oh, I hope you've got the right brand there.
Oh, yes, Mr. Benny. I've smoked everything you've ever advertised on your program.
Wonderful cigarettes, aren't they?
Yes, the boys at the club wouldn't think of smoking any other.
Good, good. Tell me, how many members are there in this Jack Benny fan club that you have the honor of being president of?
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the population of Nutley?
6,000.
Well, there seems to be something wrong there someplace. Perhaps you're making the club too exclusive. Are you keeping out the riffraff?
If we keep out the riffraff, Mr. Benny, we'll only have 3 members.
I see. A Jack Benny fan club with only 3 members. Well, can't you do something?
I've tried everything, Mr. Benny. I've blackmailed people. I've written anonymous letters. I still can't get them to listen to your program.
Well, what about my movies?
Your movies, even the riffraff won't go to see them.
Have they tried giving away dishes?
Yes, and people threw them at the screen.
I see. Have they tried not giving away dishes?
Yes, the people bring their own dishes and still throw them at the screen.
Well, man to man, Mr. Floogle, what do you think is the matter?
Well, Mr. Benny, Nutley, New Jersey is a peculiar town. It's a sentimental town. We don't care if a man has no talent as long as he shows some traces of sentiment. Now, let me give you an example. Andrew Jackson sent the cape he wore at his first inauguration to the Nutley Museum.
And the people were touched by this?
Touched. At every presidential election, despite the fact he has been dead for many years, Andrew Jackson still continues to carry every precinct in Nutley. You see what I mean?
And you mean Nutley would cherish a little memento of mine?
Exactly. We could put it in the club room. People would come to see it. Before they knew what they were doing, we could lock the doors and enroll them as members of the Jack Benny fan club. We'd have the entire town.
Say no more, Floogle. What would you suggest?
Well,
I think I have just the thing you want. Some intimate pictures of myself.
oh, these are lovely, aren't they?
Yes, now here, Oh, here's my favorite, right here.
You look positively seductive. You know, a picture would be nice, but don't you think for the club room we should have something that's been real close to you?
Close?
Yes.
You mean some little thing?
Well, no, not too little.
I have it. How about this necktie?
Oh, no.
Now, Mr. Floogle, I don't want to make any profit on you. After all, this is for the Jack Benny Fan Club. So I will charge you $2.50, exactly what I paid for it 5 years ago.
Oh, but really, Mr. Benny...
Ah, don't give it another thought, Mr. Floogle. $2.50. Now, let's see, that's with sales tax 10 cents. That will be exactly $2.60. Now, if there's anything else you want you don't see, just ask for it and I'll order it. Now, how about handkerchiefs?
No.
Socks?
No.
Or underwear?
No, thanks.
$2.60. There we are, $3. $2.60 from $3 that leaves 40 cents change. There you are, sir.
Well, thank you very much. You know, this necktie is going to be swell, but if we only had some ornament, some article of furniture for the clubroom, something... Say, there's the very thing...
Oh, you mean this lamp? Only $8.82 FOB.
No, this chair, Mr. Benny. After all, it's been close to you, and I might even add you've made an impression on it.
Anything but this, Mr. Floogle. You see, this chair belonged to my celebrated French ancestor, Jacques Benet, who gave it to Madame Pompadour. She, in turn, willed it to a Mrs. Nussbaum, from whom I got it.
Say, with a history like that, you'll not only get Nutley, you'll get all New Jersey.
It's tempting, Mr. Floogle, but this chair is very dear to
Well,
me.
could we borrow it for a few days?
I'd love to do that, Mr. Floogle. But I've learned one thing in life. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. If I loaned you that chair, Mr. Floogle, it might break up a beautiful friendship. And that I wouldn't want.
Well, neither would I. Say, could we rent it?
Oh, did you say rent?
I said rent.
Would $10 a day be too much?
It would be too much, but I'll gladly pay it, Mr.
Well, it's a
Benny.
deal. I'll wrap it up.